The 2025 motorcycle market is facing a tough reality, with dealers struggling to sell inventory as the industry experiences a significant downturn. Economic uncertainty, shifting rider preferences, and fierce competition have all played a role in this collapse. In this video, we will consider the 2025 motorcycle market collapse and its effects on top 10 motorcycles in dealerships. Dealers who once thrived on a steady flow of eager buyers are now finding it harder than ever to move even the most hyped models. Many motorcycles are either too expensive, too niche, or simply out of touch with what the average buyer wants. Models that were expected to dominate are now gathering dust in showrooms. Meanwhile, the market is leaning toward practicality, affordability, and versatility, qualities that some bikes simply don't offer. Even high-end brands are feeling the pinch. As buyers look for better value elsewhere, dealers are left holding excess stock, offering steep discounts just to break even. The 2025 market collapse isn't just about numbers. Here are 10 motorcycles feeling the market strain. When Harley-Davidson launched the Pan America 1250, it felt like a plot twist in a movie. Known for cruisers, Harley decided to jump into the adventure bike scene. The bike looks tough and has some pretty cool tech, like a suspension that lowers at stops, making it easier to manage. On paper, it's ready for long trips over dirt, gravel, and highways. But here's the problem: it's not selling. Adventure bike fans often stick with trusted brands like BMW or KTM, and Harley's first attempt doesn't quite win them over. It's heavy, the ride can feel clunky compared to competitors, and honestly, it doesn't scream Harley. Fans of the brand want that classic cruiser feel, not a bike that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. Dealerships are stuck. This bike costs a lot, and riders are hesitant to gamble on something so different from what Harley usually offers. It's a bold leap into a new world, but in a collapsing market, it's a risk not enough people are willing to take. The Yamaha Star Venture looks like it was built for any highway. It's massive, with an engine that sounds like it could power a small plane. Designed for long-distance comfort, it comes with heated seats, storage for days, and enough tech to keep you entertained on endless road trips. So why aren't people buying it? For starters, it's enormous. Maneuvering this beast in city traffic or tight parking spots is no joke. Then there's the price. This isn't a bike you can casually buy for weekend fun. It's meant for serious touring, but the market for bikes like this is shrinking fast. Many riders are opting for smaller, lighter, and more affordable options. Dealerships are feeling the heat, with fewer buyers willing to invest in such a niche motorcycle. The Star Venture is gathering dust on showroom floors. In a tough economy, riders want value and versatility, and this bike doesn't tick enough of those boxes. It's a grand machine, but in 2025's shaky market, it's just not what most people are looking for. Enjoying this video? Take a pause, subscribe, and click the notification bells. We know it's a chore, but your little action helps to keep this channel alive and active. The Honda NM4 Voltus entered the market in 2014, looking like something straight out of a sci-fi sketchbook. It's got sharp angles, a low-slung design, and a dashboard that lights up like a video game. Honda wanted to make a motorcycle that would appeal to younger riders and sci-fi fans, but fast forward to 2025, and it's clear this experiment didn't land as planned. While the NM4 Voltus is undeniably eye-catching, its unconventional look has proven to be a double-edged sword. Some riders love the bold design, but most find it too quirky for their taste. Add to that its hefty price tag and average performance, and you've got a bike that doesn't quite fit into any category. It's not sporty enough for thrill seekers, not practical enough for daily riders, and not classic enough for purists. Dealers are struggling to move this bike. It's a niche product in a market that's leaning towards versatility and value. In today's uncertain economy, riders aren't willing to spend big on a motorcycle that feels more like a novelty than a reliable companion. The Suzuki Katana made its grand return in 2019, reviving a name that was iconic in the 1980s. With its sharp, retro-inspired design and a powerful 999cc engine, it aimed to capture the hearts of both older fans and younger riders. But by 2025, this sleek machine has hit a wall in sales. The Katana looks great, but it's stuck in a strange middle ground. It's not quite modern enough to compete with cutting-edge sport bikes, and it's not retro enough to truly satisfy the nostalgia crowd. Riders often say it's a good bike, but not great. Its performance is solid, but there's nothing groundbreaking about it, especially when competitors like Kawasaki's Z900RS offer more flair for a similar price. Dealerships are finding it hard to justify the Katana's presence on their floors. The Katana might look like a blade, but in today's market it's feeling more like a blunt edge. The BMW R18 Transcontinental hit the market in 2021, aiming to blend German engineering with the classic vibe of American cruisers. It's big, powerful, and dripping with chrome, a bike that commands attention on the road. But here in 2025, it's struggling to find buyers. The problem isn't that it's a bad motorcycle, it's that it's too much of a specific product. With its massive size and retro styling, it appeals to a very specific crowd. Mostly older riders who value nostalgia over practicality. Younger riders, on the other hand, see it as overpriced and outdated. The engine, though powerful, doesn't feel as smooth as some of its competitors, and the bike's weight makes it a chore to handle it in tight spaces. In a shaky market, buyers are looking for versatility and value, and this bike doesn't deliver enough of either. It's a beautiful machine, but beauty alone isn't enough to save it from the pressures of a collapsing motorcycle market. The Kawasaki Vulcan S was introduced in 2015 as a cruiser for everyone, boasting a sporty design and a user-friendly ride. It even had an adjustable setup to fit riders of different heights and sizes, making it feel like a bike designed to welcome newcomers. But today, this all-rounder is hitting a rough patch. While the Vulcan S was once praised for its approachable nature, the market has changed. Riders today are seeking more power, advanced features, and sharper designs. The Vulcan S, with its 649cc engine, feels underwhelming compared to newer options in the same price range. Its styling, once modern, now feels a bit dated, and it lacks the character that riders look for in a cruiser. Dealers are stuck with these bikes in their inventory, watching as potential buyers pass them over for more exciting alternatives. In a market downturn, a bike that's good enough just isn't cutting it. The Vulcan S may have been a safe bet in the past, but in 2025 it's struggling to stay relevant. "2023 was the year the Indian FTR Sport entered the market, aiming to bridge the gap between flat track racing and street performance. Its aggressive design, backed by a punchy 1203cc engine, promised excitement for riders who wanted something unique. On paper, it looked like a win for Indian Motorcycle. But today, is it? The FTR Sport struggles to find its footing in a market where riders are more cautious about spending. While its performance is solid, it's not enough to outtrend rivals like Ducati's Scrambler lineup or Triumph's Speed Triple. Riders often say the FTR feels like it's trying to do too much, half flat tracker, half street fighter, but not mastering either. Add to that its premium price, and it's easy to see why dealerships are having a hard time moving this bike. The FTR Sport is undeniably cool, but in a collapsing market, buyers are looking for value and focus. The bike's niche appeal is now a burden, leaving it as one of the many motorcycles gathering dust in showrooms across the country.
Barulah flat tracker.
When the Ducati Diavel V4 launched in 2023, it turned heads with its muscular design and incredible 168 horsepower engine. It's a cruiser with sport bike DNA, meant to deliver both comfort and adrenaline. But today, it seems its specs are not enough to move it out of the dealership lot. The Diavel V4 is a masterpiece of engineering, but its high price tag has become a stumbling block. Riders who can afford it often gravitate toward more practical options or lean into true sport bikes for a similar thrill. Meanwhile, cruiser fans feel it strays too far from the laid-back vibe they crave. Dealerships are feeling the pressure. With the shaky economy and riders cutting back on big-ticket purchases, the Diavel V4 is stuck in limbo. It's a bike that demands attention but comes with a price most aren't willing to pay. When Triumph unveiled the Rocket 3 GT in 2020, it was built to be the ultimate muscle cruiser, combining insane power with a sense of luxury. But by 2025, the Rocket 3 GT is facing an uphill battle. While its engine size still grabs attention, the market has shifted. Many riders are now looking for lighter, more manageable bikes that are easier to handle and more affordable to maintain. The Rocket 3 GT's size and price tag make it feel intimidating, even to experienced riders. And let's be honest, most people don't need that much power for their everyday rides. Dealerships are left scratching their heads, wondering how to sell a bike that feels like a luxury item in a time when practicality reigns. The Rocket 3 GT is undeniably impressive, but in today's economy, it's a hard sell for anyone who's not a die-hard Triumph fan with deep pockets. The Zero SRF entered the market in 2019, promising to revolutionize the world of electric motorcycles. With a sleek design, a whisper-quiet motor, and impressive acceleration, it felt like a glimpse into the future of riding. For eco-conscious riders, it seemed like the perfect choice. Now, in 2025, the SRF is struggling to gain traction. While electric vehicles are growing in popularity, motorcycles like the SRF face unique challenges. The limited range, long charging times, and lack of charging infrastructure make it hard to convince traditional riders to make the switch. On top of that, the SRF comes with a steep price tag that turns away budget-conscious buyers. Dealerships are finding it tough to sell a bike that feels ahead of its time but not quite ready for the present. Riders want convenience and affordability, and the SRF doesn't fully deliver on either. That's it for today, motorcycle enthusiast. Please leave your comments. We always love hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting videos.